Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, forgot to log for the past like 3 days. I'll just give you a quick update on what's been happening. So 3 days ago, which was what's the date today? So that was December 8th. Yeah, nothing much happened on my end, but on Vincent's end, quite a lot. So I mean that's related to my startup anyway. So on that date, we had a meeting with two supervisors. One that is in charge of developing that automated pod, so essentially what we need to do for the startup, and the other one is basically uh, what Vincent is doing with the code, and that code is gonna be fitted within the pod. Essentially, it's just gonna be AI module fitted in the pod, and then I'm not mistaken, it's able to have like personalized interaction. And can adjust or modify based on previous interactions with the elderly people or the person using the pot, right? So, I mean, that's the gist. I won't get into too much specifics, but basically, a lot is happening, and to be honest, we didn't really meet some deadlines, especially for the prototyping. So it's gonna be delayed a bit till March, and we really need to pick up the pace and finish the work for. Yeah, I mean that's for the pot specifically, and for the code that Vince is doing, which is related to his job and in turn related to our startup. And then that needs to pick up the pace too, because we need to finish a lot of things by at least January. So you probably need to get like a somewhat of a working demo ready by then, at least to show um our boss and employer is paying us to do this project. I won't get into much details here, because of a lot of NDA stuff, and I won't get it. But yeah, I really don't know what to share, but that's about it. So yeah, just like I mentioned in the previous episodes, like a lot of many episodes ago, it that's the day when you feel like you're suddenly hit by a truck, especially when you think everything's going okay. So yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's part of life, right? You just gotta keep going and be more consistent. But it also shows that I've been kind of slacking a lot. Not slacking in the sense where I'm not doing anything. I mean slacking in the sense where I'm not really taking that much initiative to help Vincent out with all this stuff. So I probably need to. And I mean, yeah, because of that, it seems like Vincent's doing everything which he is at the moment because I have this part-time job. But basically I just need to allocate more time to it, and stop wasting a lot of time. Especially when I'm given a task, I usually procrastinate a bit. Honestly, I feel like I have a bit of ADHD somewhat. I think Fitz has a bit of ADHD too, but yeah. Oh well, we just need to get things sorted out and get the work done, get that shit done. And yeah, and in the meantime, I'm working my part-time job as an English teacher, 3.5 days a week. So that's okay. I'm gonna keep on working as an English teacher, because of course I need to sustain myself and to get income in. Otherwise, we won't be able to survive with Hong Kong, right? But yeah, his long term plan would be work as a part time teacher and work on the startup full time. Because, yeah, by working in the startup full time, we're currently doing a seed fund, and we currently have plans to collaborate with another company where the founders get like a salary for a year as well. I mean, they only get like a couple percent of the shares. I won't get into specifics, right? So, I mean, it's a bargain. No, not really a bargain. I mean, it is reasonable. But, yeah. For today and yesterday, I was working. Um, Friday I worked 9 to 6. Today I worked 9 to 6 as well. Yesterday was 9 to 6:30 actually. Yeah. The teaching job is quite good. I think so. I teach Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, but apparently this week it's a special occasion where I teach on Friday instead of Thursday. And I feel like the Tuesday, Wednesday sessions, sorry, did I say Thursday? Sorry, Wednesday. I feel like the Tuesday, Wednesday sessions, or let's say Friday sometimes, and Sunday sessions will be quite okay. Saturday sessions are okay. The kids are somewhat okay, I guess, but there's just too many classes subsequently, so there's not too much break. And there's just this one class particular on Saturday that I really don't like, because so a bunch of kids there. in that specific class, a lot of them are kind of pricks. So yeah, and actually something bad kind of happened today. Yeah, this is kind of why I don't really want to go into be a teacher full time, especially an English teacher, because the parents here, especially Asian parents, they're looking for, I don't know if I can say this. I mean, they're looking for teachers that look kind of white, especially if they're teaching English. And if they see me, a person that looks Chinese, the Indonesian, or let's say if I'm Indonesian, because uh, if you think about Indonesians or Filipinos here, I'm just saying the truth, right? In Hong Kong, they think they're more like, people from the F&B industry, or, from the hospitality industry. That's just a stereotype, right? Obviously. Um, as an Indonesian that looks Chinese, we have more qualifications, right? It depends on the qualifications, but over here, a lot of parents here are a bit closed-minded and they think it depends on looks as well, right? I mean, luckily for me, my agency or the center that I'm working for, the owners or my bosses are really nice and they treat me well and fairly. They look out for their teachers, right? So they got my back when a parent approaches. They ask, why I'm not white, right? They'll defend me. They'll probably say I live in the UK or something like that. But that's okay. Just generic Asian parenting, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, just the thought of having the same qualifications as someone else that looks just a bit different with a different skin color, and you get treated more shit and chosen less, even though you have the same qualifications or even more. And that kind of pisses me off and it's really annoying. I was talking about this with one of my colleagues as well a couple days ago. And that's one of the reasons why he doesn't do a teaching as a full-time job, because our prospects are a bit less based on how we look, right? Which is very, very annoying. So yeah, I'm just thinking of just keeping it as a part-time job at this point. And yeah, that's about it. We just need to do a lot of things. I have like another meeting on Monday. This is to discuss about like an incubation program that we might join, and access to more funding for the startup. Basically, we have some funding that needs to be allocated to us, and yeah, we just need to pass this interview. And once that's done, we get into the incubation program immediately, and that will handle a lot of problems that we have, financial problems at least, right? So yeah, that's about it. And yeah, tomorrow is Sunday. I have work tomorrow, and I'm also going to accompany Vincent to visit a powerlifting gym that's currently holding a meet. It's the gym I always go to. So they're currently holding a competition or a powerlifting meet, and they're selling some powerlifting gear there. So Vincent's interested in getting a pair of sleeves and maybe some wrist wraps. So we'll probably head there. I might get some footage in, okay? And yeah, tomorrow morning I need to work as well. So it's just half day. That's fine. But yeah, that's about it for this week's log for the past 3 days. Just a lot of things that we need to do, and it's one of those moments when life hits you like a truck, but you keep going. So we go again, and I feel okay, cause I mean, compared to episode 1, right? A lot is done. We go again.